when they ran double screens and they just switched it, like Kyrie just passed it away to like PJ, and then he would just have to drive it off of like they didn't get any
Off
advantage
of
off
no
of that.
advantage, right?
Yeah,
Exactly, exactly. They're not creating advantages.
Exum sets like this very weird, uncontrolled down screen for Luca that freed him up. And I was thinking, how often are the Mavs like running something where they're trying to
For
free
Luca
up
off the
Luca?
ball. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And then I thought, should they be doing that for Kyrie like instead? You know?
Why are they not running more things for the person who's off the ball when both of them are on the floor, and when only one is on the floor, have another ball handler there? And they have done that, but they're not really using them as much. And when they
Yeah.
do, like you're talking about this down screen with Exum handling the ball to get it to Luca coming off the screen. They didn't go back to it. It would be like the play after a timeout, and then they'd go back to ISOs. I think they tried to go to some Luca Kyrie two-man game late in this, but it was just clear side. Luca hands Kyrie the ball, and I think he had Tatum in front of him, and then Drew was kind of shading him, so like away from Luca. Luca could have flashed middle or like moved or done something to get Drew out of the way, or Kyrie could have given him the ball, and now Luca can attack that advantage. I don't expect every duo to have as good of a chemistry in a two-man game as like Jamal and Jokic, but I've seen Luca and Kyrie do more and more creative and better things with this. Not so much in the playoffs, which we've talked about, how they haven't gone to the two-man game as much throughout the playoffs, even in moments when I thought like this is like maybe the best way to attack the defense as a team is defending you. They don't go to it. Then the finals comes around and it's like I see it as a very viable option in this series, but they're either not going to it, or when they do, they don't really like know how to optimize it.
Yeah, and maybe it's like partly just because they know they're gonna switch it, so they're like, well, it's not gonna matter. I'm not sure what they're really thinking, but I thought we'd see more off-ball screens to get KP or somebody on someone that can be more of a role threat, just something like that. And we haven't really seen it yet. But whatever the Mavs do, they're definitely gonna have to work for it to get the looks. It's not gonna be just like Kyrie or Lucas sitting in the corner with their hands on their knees, kind of thing. So. Yeah,
Which
if
is what's
they,
happening
yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
Even just like a DHO or like a wide pin down, whatever, not just taking the shot, but he can make plays out of that too. And
Hmm.
Luca can just act as almost like a hub for the offense. And it would improve the space for Dallas for anybody that has to like cut or like drive downhill, because the way that Boston is defending Luca with whoever's on him one on one is pressuring him up to wherever he is. If he can create, whether it's like top of the arc or whatever, that's creating just more space for the rest of the team to operate, and then Luca can just pass out of those situations. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's just I'm just like thinking like somebody who watches the Denver Nuggets, but don't listen to me. We only were the only team that Boston didn't beat this year.